Welcome to the second part of our two-part series of short videos for front office staff, Special Populations 101. Our second video is 101B, Students Experiencing Homelessness. The first video in the series is 101A, English Learners and Immigrant Students. Our outcomes for today are to understand homelessness and McKinney-Vento identification, to identify the correct procedures for identification, and to identify the McKinney-Vento or homeless liaison for your district. It's important for you to understand and be able to act on this information. Front office staff are often the first district staff that families meet. They are also typically in charge of all enrollment tasks and often have responsibilities for pupil accounting and power school. Additionally, the office is the hub of the school and the place where all other school staff bring questions. For these reasons and more, front office staff must be familiar with state and federal program requirements around identification of English learners, immigrant students, and students experiencing homelessness. Front office staff must also know and be able to follow the district procedures for what to do when enrolling these students or receiving questions from other staff. At enrollment, each family must be provided with a residency questionnaire to determine if they may be experiencing homelessness. Whether you use paper forms or electronic forms for enrollment, the following questions are requirements from the federal government. Presently, are you and or your family living in any of the following situations? Staying in a shelter or FEMA trailer, sharing the housing of others due to loss of housing, economic hardship, or similar reason, living in a car, park, campground, abandoned building, or other inadequate accommodation, temporary living in a motel or hotel due to loss of housing, economic hardship, or similar reason, or living alone as a minor student without a parent or legal guardian. This is an unaccompanied youth. Families must also be notified of their rights under McKinney-Vento. These rights are often included right on the residency questionnaire that is given to families during enrollment. Districts can also display posters in the office or other prominent areas with the rights and how to contact the homeless liaison. These rights establish the main purpose of the law to ensure that students can maintain a stable learning environment even while living situation may be uncertain or in transition. Students experiencing homelessness have the right to continue to attend the school in the school attended before they became homeless, which is called the school of origin, to receive transportation to the school of origin, to enroll in school without giving a permanent address, and attend class while the school arranges for a school transfer, immunization records, or other documents, to receive the same special programs and services if needed as provided to all other children served in these programs, and to have any enrollment disputes quickly addressed. This graphic shows a typical homeless identification process. First, the office staff administers the residence questionnaire during enrollment, and students have rights under McKinney-Vento if they check any situations in A through E. They must be immediately enrolled if they are identified as having any of the situations. From there, the homeless liaison is notified and the student is identified in Power School. There are many details of these steps that the district liaison must be familiar with. Your main job in the front office is to understand the process and be able to work with the liaison in the district. All districts have a homeless liaison to help with identification, training of staff, and to assist families experiencing homelessness. Families can experience homelessness at any time, not just when they're enrolling or moving schools. So all school staff should understand the residency questionnaire and when to refer families to the office or the homeless liaison. There are many considerations to homelessness and homeless identification. It's the liaison's job to stay on top of all the state and federal requirements. Front office staff can assist the process by understanding the definition of homelessness, asking families the right questions, and making referrals to the liaison. Once a student is marked homeless, they're considered homeless for the remainder of the school year, regardless of the change of their living situation. At this time, we ask you to do two things. The first is to review your enrollment paperwork. Does the enrollment paperwork include the residency questionnaire? Does the questionnaire include all the required questions and student rights? And if not, who in the district needs to be notified to include these required components? Once you have verified that your enrollment paperwork is complete, do you know the homeless liaison for your district? Do you know how to inform the liaison of homeless situations? And is the liaison and identification process written down so everyone understands? We hope this information was helpful for your work with students and families experiencing homelessness. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to your district McKinney-Vento homeless liaison, and you're also welcome to contact Rachel Zaragoza or David Hunt at the MAISD.